Hey everybody, welcome to I Teach You the Internet. This is episode number 16. Hey Jenna.
Hello Tony.
So we were, usually we only get to do this once a week where we get to chat and pot it up. But we just recently did a little bit of a show a couple days ago.
Yes.
We launched a brand new podcast and people should go check that out if they haven't already. What's it called?
It's called Julie's Art Farts.
And what's it about?
It's about a bunch of arts knowledge. Like me and Tony get to learn about art with our sister Julie, and she knows about art.
Yeah, so in this show, like, we're the ones who know the stuff, but in that show, we don't know anything we're talking about.
No.
So she fills us in. I wonder if it's on iTunes yet, so I could tell people to go there. How do I do that? Where's the podcast section? Hello?
I don't know.
So, but this is the show where we get all techie and stuff.
Yes.
And I want to start. I have stuff to talk about.
Yes, you do.
Because you probably don't have anything to talk about. That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah, nothing.
Nothing's happening. So I'll start by a little bit of an app review.
Ooh.
Yeah, I want to talk about like the best game for catching monsters.
Oh, yes.
It's called, I don't know if you know about it, it's called Mobbles. How do you say this? Mobbles, right? Mobbles.
At first, when I took a glimpse at the name, I thought it was Mobbles.
Oh, is it? That makes way more sense. Because the way I'm saying it sounds like I can't say marbles. Maybe it's Mobbles. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Mobbles is the best game for catching digital monsters.
Yeah.
There's nothing that compares to it.
No. What monsters have you caught so far?
So, the problem is that the app doesn't work very well. And every time I start, I have to restart. So I'm starting it up again. But, that's just a slight inconvenience that every time I lose all my progress. But I'm starting it up again. And you start with an egg, which is great. Better than any other game. They start you off with a mobile. And it opened up and I got Crinker. And he looks like a purple goon. And it tells me right off the bat, this is why this is the best game. Because you have to feed it and take care of it and do stuff. So they're like, oh, okay, touch this to feed it. But you know what? When you touch the food icon, nothing works because the app doesn't work. And so that's cool. But then you leave and then you can go walk around outside and it uses GPS to show you, and it scans the area and it shows you where the mobiles are. And you have to run to that area to catch more mobiles. But the problem there is that it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And then you could get additional rooms so you could have more eggs to hatch. But
if the game worked.
The problem, is the game doesn't work. And I just looked up in the App Store. It hasn't been updated since August 15, 2015. So I'm guessing the game doesn't work.
Yeah.
So but that's my monster catching game. Do you know any other monster catching games?
Yes, I do know a monster catching game.
Which one?
It's Pokémon Go.
So if I had more time this week, I would have went back to last week's episode and recorded how excited we were about the upcoming Pokémon Go Fest. But yeah, we could reenact it. Oh, Jenna, I can't wait to go to Pokémon Go Fest. How about you?
I know, I'm so excited. I'm screaming.
I can't wait. There's a countdown on the website to buy tickets.
Yeah.
They don't say what's going to happen there, but I'm sure it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
And I would gladly give them some money for the opportunity to go. How about you?
for sure.
Let's put our email in the notification box so we're alerted before tickets go on sale so we can be ready.
Yes, let's be ready.
Because of course Pokemon's very popular, but I'm sure that they have thought of this and will have planned accordingly so that most people can be happy.
Yes.
Okay, now back to reality. What the heck happened?
So, tickets sold out in 6 minutes because they didn't have bot protection.
It was Monday afternoon. Jenna's texting me. The tickets are on sale. I'm literally walking home saying, hey, should we buy them right away? Are they going to sell out? And at the same time, the tickets go on sale and they're telling you finally what is going to be there.
Yes.
And what is going to be there is some rare Pokemon.
Mm-hmm. There's a special Pokemon Go Fest discounted rates are available while supplies last by clicking the hotel logos above. I'm sorry, I'm reading off of my screenshots.
Yeah. There was like a special badge or medal, like a special medal, Chicago medal. There's going to be
more Pokestops.
There's going to be like activities, like maybe taking selfies with Pokemon.
Yes, and you could cool off and lounge with your team, like Team Valor, Mystic, and Instinct.
And you had made the joke like, this is going to cause problem between us. Because originally it was going to be you, me, and my wife, and we were going to go because, she loves Pokemon too. It's her culture.
Mm-hmm.
It's her national identity. I grew up with it. You're growing up with it. It's something that brings different people and ages together. It's a beautiful thing.
Yes.
Are all three of us on different teams, I think?
Yeah, I think I'm on Mystic. You're on Instinct. What is your wife on?
Yoko is on the blue one?
Yes, that's me.
Oh, is she? I don't remember. So, which I wish we can change because it's annoying because when her and I go battling, I wish we were on the same team so we could take gyms down together. Yeah. But anyway, they sold out.
In 6 minutes.
So that's what I told you. I'm thinking, hey, they didn't have bot protection to keep. And what bots are, and this is I teach you the internet, is software on websites that can automatically do things quicker than people can, like buy tickets, download files, right? Mm-hmm. And ticket selling companies need to have bot protection, like captures, like type the numbers you see, solve the math problem, whatever. Do you know if they had any of that?
I don't think they did because it sold out in 6 minutes. And now they're reselling them on eBay for $200. Anyone want it?
Yeah.
So the tickets were originally $20. And we missed it because by 6 minutes. Tony literally texted me like, hey, do you think we should buy them now or do you think they'll sell out? And I said, honestly, I think they will sell out. 1 minute later, Niantic tweets, they are sold out. And I send like crying emojis to him, they're sold out!
Yeah, it's... So, I'm not going to be like a baby cry about things selling out because everything sells out, right? Stuff I want to go to sells out. You have to be fast. You have to be ready. Popular things are popular. But for some reason, this felt... I can't speak. Like, this felt a little wrong and a little dirty. And here's why. We talk often about how this company leaves like a bad taste in your mouth, right? Like, they don't make you feel good about what they do.
No.
So if it felt like it was fair, like if it felt like, because people are, the idea is many people who bought these tickets aren't going to go. They're just selling them on eBay. They're in faraway countries.
That could also be scams.
Yeah. So like, it just doesn't feel like they did what they were supposed to do. And I got the notification to buy the tickets an hour after they had sold out.
Yes.
So once again, their technology was questionable.
Yeah, it wasn't the best.
No.
But I still want to go, but like I can't.
Yeah,
Unless I
so
want to pay $200 for me to go alone.
I mean, I think that they'll have to look at everything again and realize.
Oh, they're actually. Oh, sorry.
What do you got?
I think they're doing dates for like a bunch of countries around the world. I think they're doing like one in Europe, and I don't know. I should have like screenshotted that, but there's gonna be a bunch of events.
But like, I want them to fix this one. Like, I want them to.
Yes.
And here's what's gonna happen.
Because I feel bad for the other countries.
Well, I mean, this is the first of many, I guess. But like,
yeah,
they need to be ready to guess how many people aren't going to show up because of bots. And they need to be ready to sell tickets on the day of.
Oh, and they didn't put tickets online on time.
Right.
They did it like at like 12:30 when I woke up. And it sold out in 6 minutes. So
yeah,
they didn't even do it on time.
Here's what's going to happen. They're going to get like an approval to have like 1,000 more people on the site, and they're going to tweet out, "Hey Chicago, we heard you guys. You're very enthusiastic. We're going to sell a second round of tickets next week." And then it's going to look like, "Oh, they did such a good thing. They care so much."
Okay, if they do that, we need to buy this on the spot.
It's going to happen. I think it's going to happen.
I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, it's going to happen. There's too much money like in demand for them not to be able to make it bigger.
I feel like most of them were bought by bots, and 5 people are going to show up and they're going to like refund their money. They are going to they better, if 5 people show up, they better like put bot protection and resell those tickets.
Yeah, so it's just more so. And I was getting excited, and I've been out of the game a little bit, but stuff like this makes you want to come back in, and then you get this kind of like way to not go Niantic.
Yeah.
But and we're in Chicago, and we're gonna do podcasts from there and help promote. So they missed out because they need us.
Yeah. Like, I feel like I should be hired for Niantic, you know? Like, I feel like I'll be a better worker than they will ever be.
Yeah, there you go. Now you know you should study, when you go to college, study communications, and then you could be a social media expert.
Okay, they need to study communications currently. They need to. Rather than me, they need to.
No, you're the future, and that's the kind of thing, like, that job is becoming more important everywhere. You see like jobs for social media managers and experts to take care of that. So that's something to consider.
Yes. But besides all the sad news, there are some amazing things that happened a few days ago and today.
Okay. What happened?
There was the gym rework update. I'm so excited. Okay, so I think gyms closed Monday, the June 19th, the day we couldn't get our tickets. That sold out in 6 minutes. So what happened was they closed, and they were just the regular gyms, but put down in white. And when you tap on it, it said gyms are temporarily closed. Yeah. Or I mean, no, it didn't say that.
Under construction.
Yes, gyms are under construction. So then a couple days passed by, and we get an update. So they added everything, just nothing changed. So I even took a screenshot of the thing that says what's new. Like, gym features significantly, I can't say that word, updated to add all a new motivation system. This was just put into the code and getting the game kind of ready for it. Mm-hmm. So, and I haven't been able to log into my game since maybe Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday. I haven't been able to log into my game.
You still haven't been able to log in?
Well, it fixed no, today's Thursday. It fixed Wednesday for like an hour. Then I couldn't get in for an hour. And then, now I can get back in. So today, it updated. So the first update, which I was just talking about, like gym features updated to add all new motivation systems, blah, blah, blah. That was just to get the game ready. So this means that yesterday, Niantic could drop it at any time. They could drop it that night. They could drop it the next day. They could have dropped it the 27th of this month. They could drop it any time they want. So they decided to drop it today. And I mean, today was a good day to do it because I was at the Field Museum in downtown Chicago. Mm-hmm. And there was a few gyms and Pokestops there. But in the Field Museum, there's no connection. Dun, dun, dun. So I couldn't get onto the game. But that's okay. So what was fixed was there's a new search feature. So if you search Evolve or search like the Pokemon or like the Pokemon type, it'll come up either in when you go to like where you have all your Pokemon. And then we have
there's a search button.
Yeah, example, you can search fire, and all your fire type Pokemon will come up. You could search it by the name that you edited, the Pokemon like Dragonite, or if you called it Mystic, you can search Mystic. That's cool. And then so raids are not dropped. Do you know what a raid is so far?
No, because when I open it, it just says raids are not available at your level yet.
Okay, so what happens is that was said for everyone. Raids are, it's gonna be it's gonna be an egg hatching on the top of the gym, and it's gonna say go with your group of friends and go fight this boss. This boss has to be like 19,000 CP, and like it's a huge thing. And, yeah, so that's what you do. Right now, they're kind of testing it, and the way they're testing it is, level 30 and up may test it.
Oh, I'm only 2 away.
Really? You're level
28.
28? Oh, I'm still level 25.
I remember when I was 25.
Oh, thanks. So that's gonna be like pushed down to like level 15 or level 25 if it works. So then those are the raids, and now let's talk about the actual gym. The actual gym had a whole new update. It looks so different, and there's so many new features.
So did you try this?
Yes, I have tried it.
Me too. I tried it on the way home today.
Oh, it's super cool.
I mean, it looks nicer.
Yes, it does. And there's gonna be, when you fight the Pokemon is gonna like once you're like finished with it, it'll like come down, it'll like drop down on like its hands and knees or whatever, and yeah, it just looks so much better. And the only thing that I was upset about was you still tap the screen.
Okay, here's my problem. The gyms look a little bigger. You go in there, all the guys are standing around in this weird way, like you don't know who's the strongest one. You go in there and you battle. Every time you beat one, it says, hey, do you want to keep fighting? For some reason, I don't know why, you would stop. It breaks the idea of like going through it as a marathon. But you're still just tap, 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 tap.
Yeah.
Like Magic Carp.
That was something that kind of upset me.
Did it change
it,
then?
cool.
Did it change? Is the game different?
Yes, it is different. Like, when you go in, it's a lot different when you, like, battle. And, like, you have to feed your Pokemon. So if your Pokemon are, like... So it goes down health, your Pokemon, as it's being fought. Right. So, let's say I fight this Tyranitar once. You see, I don't know if you have gyms around you, but there's a heart on top of the Pokemon. Some are full, some are not. The ones that are not full, you could tap on it, even if it's not your Pokemon, and feed it a special berry. These special berries come from, if you hit the top of the gym, it's a Pokestop. And it gives you badges and
Yeah, I forgot to do that when I went there.
yeah, it gives you badges, and it gives you stuff that you could get from Pokestop. But I've spun 2 so far because that's all I've been able to do, and I've got 2 gym badges. I've got Fear the Reaper and Edmund's Irish Pub. So honestly, I really don't know anything about these. Like, I don't know what you do with them. I don't know. But anyway, so all I do is when you feed the raspberry, the health goes back up on the Pokemon.
Okay. I'm still...
You're still tapping the screen, though.
Yeah, but Mobbles had player versus player battling.
That you couldn't use.
That doesn't work. Like, just my issue is, like, the big update came and there's nothing to do again.
Yeah. I was very upset that it was still tapping. I thought people are getting so excited about this, and in reality, you're still tapping the screen. The battling did not change.
I think we should make a game where you go around and you collect your friends.
What?
Like, if I see you, I hold my screen up and I throw a ball at you, like a virtual ball, and then if it hits you, I've captured a Jenna.
Oh, that's nice.
And then you collect your friends. And then you could tap your friends. Cause
that's nice.
That's nice, and that's more interesting. How many friends do you have?
0.
So, I mean, is it going to get better, or the raids going to be fun? The raids is the idea that a bunch of people together can fight one gym, even from different teams.
Yes, I'm super excited about that. I feel like that's how legendaries are going to be released at Grant Park. I forgot. I don't know if I mentioned this, but legendaries were announced. Well, I mean, they were announced for a while, but they are for sure being dropped at the Pokemon Go Fest.
They confirmed that?
I can't go to. Yes, they confirmed that. And I think what's gonna happen is we're gonna have to battle legendaries. There is some speculation where you're not gonna be able to catch the legendary, which I'd be very upset, and they'll come through raid battles. And whenever a raid battle pops up with a legendary, whenever you defeat this huge CP Pokemon, you get rewards. You could we don't know if it's going to be like things rewards, like raspberries and Pokeballs, or is it going to be the actual Pokemon? That's how I feel like the legendaries will be released.
Yeah, I mean, I want to get excited. I hope you're right. I hope it's awesome. I have a question.
Okay.
What's to keep us from going to Grand Park and standing outside of the Pokemon Fest and getting everything?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna work. Do you think we could just like go down there and like we could like be right outside? You know?
Do you think Niantic, their technology is good enough to keep people from outside getting the stuff that if they're just gonna spawn a bunch of things? I don't think they can tie things to people's accounts because they're not good at that stuff.
Yeah, they aren't. But before you go on, the article or like whatever to like tell you what's there, they did not mention hats.
So see, it's not worth going. We'll make our own hats. We'll sell hats outside.
Yeah, let's do that.
We'll sell hats and bottles of water.
We'll sign them too.
We'll make a lot of money.
Yeah.
I don't know. Would you go outside or would you feel too like jelly.
For like,
Would you stand outside the park during the event, or would that make you more sad?
I'd go. I'd do it. If I could get the spawns, yeah, I'll do it.
Maybe we'll go. Maybe we'll have like an alternate meetup,
Yeah.
like the anti-Pokemon Fest,
Yeah.
and we'll play Mobbles. But it won't work.
No.
No,
We'll just like continue trying to feed our mobile this raspberry.
maybe we'll go there and we'll cover it from the outside and we'll try to catch things. And then there's a really good pizza place down the street.
Dude, that's good. Let's do it. Plans made.
Yep, because they can't stop us from having our fun.
Nope. I don't understand how they're gonna do that. Cause like, I mean, I'm assuming they'll put up like a fence through Grant Park. I mean, that's gonna be hard because
People have events all the time in Grant Park, like private events and like concerts, and they fence things off. And you literally, like, people stand outside the fences and listen to the music and stuff sometimes.
Yeah, and I don't understand.
How do you control digital?
Yeah, I don't. If you can't even control like real life, like reality,
Yeah.
how are you going to control digital? Because we have more control in reality than digital.
And I wonder, like, because on people's tickets, wouldn't it have come with like special numbers and said like, put this into your account so you could unlock, like, this is your access to the stuff.
Yeah, but I think it was like last podcast. You made a good point. Like, how are they going to do that if they can't even do this? I don't know.
So they probably can't do it. What we're going to miss out is the chance to take selfies with Pikachu.
Yeah, that's about it.
So I think it might be worth trying it out. And using,
I think we should do it.
And using that $30-something with shipping and fees, it was like $31. And you get like 2 pizzas.
That's nice. All right, so plans made. If you guys want to meet up with us at Grant Park, July 22nd, come. We'll have pizza.
It'll be the anti-Pogo Fest.
Yeah. It would be the ITYTI Internet Fest.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Everybody download Mobbles.
Yeah.
If it's still available in your app store.
Yeah, let's continue playing Mobbles, and we'll have a great time.
So, Jenna, unless you have any other Pokemon news, I'm suggesting until that date in a month, what's it called? I don't know, like a silence on Pokemon news.
I don't know if I can do that, Tony.
Well, for this show, you can tell me stuff off the air, but for this show, we're no more Pokemon news. Back to hard-hitting tech knowledge.
Yes, because, I mean, we do too much Pokemon.
Yeah, we're probably going to start another show. But
it's because, like, recently, like, there have been, like, so much news.
Because they don't do anything, and then they suddenly do everything.
Yeah. Oh, there's a definition of Niantic. Here we go. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Niantic. A company that waits months to do nothing and drops it all in one day. Definition of Niantic. There we go.
That's like when you can't use the bathroom all day, and then you get to use the bathroom. That's really big. That's Niantic.
Yep, that's Niantic.
So we'll get back to that
in
eventually.
July 22nd.
Yeah, we'll have to wait.
Well, I don't know if we could do it July 22nd. Wait, that's not even a Thursday. We'll do it the podcast after July 22nd when you come and meet up with us at Grant Park.
Yeah,
for our Mobbles journey.
We'll see. We'll plan what we do for that, and it'll be good. We'll have fun. But here's what I want you to do in the meantime.
Okay.
I want everybody to go into the Apple Podcast Store, because if you go in there and you search Julie's Art Farts, you'll find it, because Apple has approved it, and we're live.
I can't do that, unfortunately.
Well, if you go to any podcast app, you'll get it, because that's how it works. Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Where's my podcast app? I can't.
And you go to saywhatradio.com and you'll find it. Mm-hmm. And you know what? Here's a little teaser, Jenna.
What?
I'm just going to let you in on a little secret. Don't tell anybody this. Or anybody listening, don't tell anybody.
Okay.
say what radio is going to change into something maybe a little bigger.
What?
Yeah. Because maybe it's not just going to be audio forever.
Oh, no.
Well, we'll do different things. How about that? But lately I've been doing a lot of YouTubing.
Yeah, you have.
Which I'll tell you, like, and I should bring that up today as part of a little bit of tech news. So that's pretty cool because I'm not so popular, but people I don't know have subscribed to my channel. And what I do is I play video games. Right now I'm just playing Super Mario Brothers 3. Today is probably going to be the last episode of that run, and then I'll start something new. But that's interesting because I was always an audio guy and I wanted to do podcasts, but now I'm really digging this YouTube stuff.
See, I told you you'd fall into the hole.
Right. The only problem is it's more work. You know,
Yes.
People are looking at you, so I got to put makeup on and, set up the video, and the editing is more work, and the processing.
And it's even harder for, like, YouTubers, because they, like, do, like, jump cuts. They do, like, these crazy edits that's, like, super hard.
That needs to stop.
I don't think it needs to stop. I feel like it makes the quality better, I guess. Like, I mean, I like long videos like yours too, but like I feel like I don't know.
I mean, there's times in my show where I don't say anything for like 30 seconds because I'm focusing on playing the game. And so I could see how like someone watching might be like, "Hey, you're not entertaining me. You're just sitting there quietly focusing." So I see that. The cuts is weird to me still.
I feel like now it's like kind of a normal like YouTubers.
Yeah, it is.
But all depends on what you want.
Okay. If you did a show, would you do the jump cut thing? Which is and I'll say it again for people who don't know, it's a common thing in YouTube now when people are speaking, they cut out all the empty space in between words. So instead of slight pauses like this, people just keep talking and then they don't stop talking and then the camera cuts and they keep talking and there's never a break.
But I feel like that makes it more exciting. It gets you like, okay, these people are talking, let's go. Like, I'm getting like excited. That's one thing I feel about like jump cuts. But sometimes it's like too much. Like it's like, hang on.
I recently read I saw an article that was about how the internet has changed our reading habits and also has changed the way our minds actually possibly are wired. Like it's having a physical impact on our brain because the internet is such a fast medium and you deal with it so quickly. When people used to get news, they used to read it like a slow news, read a newspaper, and that's slow and it takes time. And now the internet is all about jumping in and out, right? So that like we expect the information to come really quickly.
Yeah.
So listening to someone talk slowly and take pauses and breaks is actually kind of difficult, like physically difficult.
I feel like when like people read and they actually do it correctly and they'll like use the like commas and like do the punctuation. I can't stand it. Like I mean I'm not mad at them obviously because they're doing what they're supposed to, but like I can't stand it. Like I'll be like, let's go pick up the pace.
Yeah.
Like sometimes in school I will like do the right thing, but when I'm home I'm just like completely missing the commas. Like it's just there.
So it's weird because this article, it's not a thing about being old or being young or being hip or old fashioned, but it's like the internet is actually changing the way our mind wants to accept information because the way our mind works and grows is by repeating processes over and over. Our mind like a muscle gets stronger in that way. And when we start to do things quickly and jumping all over, our mind wants that.
I feel like that's why in a lot of schools they give you an electronic. Like at Glenbard West, that's a school. They do iPads, at my school, we do Chromebooks, and in another school, it does MacBook Pros, which I'm kind of jealous about. But I feel like because like the kids are so used to the internet by now, like just give it to them.
Right.
Yeah, like it's gonna help them. I mean, it's not gonna help them for like times that you don't have your electronics. It's just gonna help them learn because that's how they're used to learning.
Exactly. Like, textbooks were boring when I was young. And I had not, the internet was coming around and that was more exciting. But if you think about how it would be now, like a textbook would be totally a lame way to get information. When instead you come home and you pick up your phone or iPad and all the information is so much more exciting and dynamic and moving.
Yeah, and that's why a lot of my classes, a lot of my 6th grade classes didn't have textbooks anymore. It was just Chromebooks. We'd read everything off of our Chromebooks because it's fast and it's easy.
So there is a pushback. A lot of old-fashioned people say that that's not the way to learn, that people need to read and they need to read long books.
I mean, I still read. Like, I'll read, like, novels. Like, I'm actually getting a new one for, like, the airplane, so I'm not, like, on my phone, like, trying to figure out this Wi-Fi here. But, like, I still read and stuff, but, like, I feel like reading on your phone or doing something on your phone is much easier than reading, which is why I read for, like, school, because I'm going to need to read, I guess.
And that's the thing, like, even the show we're doing right now, right? Like, the art show we did a few days ago clocked in at like 50 minutes or something, or 55 minutes. And everyone's like, oh my gosh, the show's too long. And I'm like, so what? Like, it's long with awesome goodness and information. Take a chill pill. But most of the a lot of the podcasts are like 20 minutes or 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And so for me, it's like, who cares how long it is? It's awesome. But some other people are like, well, I can't listen to that. That's so long.
Like, sometimes, like, I feel like on some podcasts, like, I'll get bored and I'll stop listening to you. But, like, this podcast is so different. You could, like, stay. Thank you for staying. Yeah,
thanks for listening to here. So I'm glad we ended where, we had a little bit of a smart discussion after all the complaining about Mobbles and Pokemon. We were able to bring it back around and do a little bit of tech stuff. And we're going to have more tech stuff coming to you next week. Where can people go to find our show?
SayWhatRadio.com, iTunes Store, or any Android podcast apps.
Yep, you search Say What Radio, and you'll find the collection of shows. Primarily, this one, I Teach You the Internet, and be on the lookout for that other one, Julie's Art Farts. That's like a lot of fun. And it's live on the apps and in the podcast section now, so you can subscribe. It's just only episode 1 is out, so now's the time to jump on. Episode 2 is coming.
Episode pilot, it's coming.
Episode 2 is coming next week on Tuesday. And and stay watching.
And we will be here Thursday. Next Thursday.
With more teaching of the internet. Until then, see you later, Jenna.
See you later, Tony.